This clip was made possible by XYZ Game Labs. More about them after the clip. Okay, campers, rise and shine, and don't forget your booties, because it's cold out there. That's right. Today, we're going to go ahead and do, for our How Does It Work Wednesday, Groundhog Day from Funko Games and Prospero Hall. Let's dive in. So, this is a cooperative game. For those who have not watched or played cooperative games, the main thing about cooperative games is that you're not going against each other. You're actually working together to complete a goal. You're basically playing against the game. What's nice about this game is it's very similar. If anybody's played this one before, it's similar to a game kind of called The Mind. So let's talk about Groundhog Day and how it kind of works. So you'll notice along here, we've got these little cards. I've got them in an ascending order. Normally, they're not here. So let's just say they're gone right now. But I am going to point out what some of these cards mean. What we're going to be trying to do is we're trying to get to a point where we can have 7 perfect cards in a row, actually creating this beautiful little area. Because if you haven't watched Groundhog Day, that's sad. You need to stop what you're doing. Just stop this video right now. Go watch it. Go watch it. Just go. And then come back. I'll wait. All right, so hopefully you enjoyed the movie. I don't know if you really watched it or not. Gosh, I feel bad if you haven't seen the film, because it's so good. But the story of Groundhog Day is all about Phil Connor and his journey from being this complete jerkweed type character and just kind of just developing over these many days where he's repeating Groundhog Day over and over and over, like he's in a time loop. And he changes the way that he is. He's very selfish in the beginning. He becomes a little less selfish. He kind of is a wild card. And then later on, he starts realizing that the relationships that he has have more meaning and more depth. And so he applies himself a little bit better. He goes on to having a good relationship with his producer, having a good relationship with his cameraman, and just being able to be appreciative of the life that he's been given. He doesn't know at some point towards the end of the movie that his life, he doesn't know if tomorrow's going to be a different day, but he's going to live his best self that day towards the end of the film, which is just a beautiful story of inner reflection and realizing the good that we can do when we are given the time. So in this game, you're going to be working with other players to actually try to get an ascending number of cards. Doesn't have to be sequential, but it does need to be an ascending number of cards to be perfect. And perfect are cards like these right here. These are red cards that have hearts on them, that kind of have last scenes of the last day of the film. There's, of course, Help Old Jensen, which, if you notice, is like a very big sequence in Groundhog Day. And then there's some things where he's reciting poetry, romantic dinner with Rita, World to World Peace, playing in the band, which is really cool, just watching that whole progression of him playing the piano. And then sculpting Rita, shaving the ice and everything, which is just really cool. It's a neat concept. So as you're going throughout the game, what's going to happen is Puxatani Phil is going to be starting at 24, and there's definitely more than 24 cards here. There's 5 suits, 1 to 12. So you're talking 60 cards. And you're only going to deal out 24 cards between the players. So those cards can be different things. Like these grays are kind of selfish cards. These blues are more wild. Notice that they have a heart. I'll explain the hearts in a little bit. Then we have orange, which is kind of being nice, like he's warming up a little bit. He's changing a little bit in his demeanor and the way he's acting towards people. And then you also have these yellow cards, which are more along the lines of learning. He's learning more about himself. He's learning how to be kind. He's also learning skills, which lead to perfection or lead to perfects. So, and some of these cards will unlock, of course, perfection. So that is something that will happen in the game, is that you will at some point unlock these cards. So everybody is looking at their cards. They're not communicating what their cards are, because the minute that you look at your cards as a group, you cannot talk about the game. You can't talk about what you have in your hand. It now is dependent on you having to work together and try to find a way to set the cards down. Because when timer starts, and this timer will start, they do include this little timer, just so you know, but there is an app. I'm going to show you the app, of course. So when the timer starts, they're going to have to play the cards down in whatever order. Doesn't have to be a clockwise order, doesn't have to be counterclockwise. If you have 2 cards in a row, you want to play them, play them. But at the end of the day, it's got to be a sequential order. And then I'll talk a little bit about something else. So let's go ahead, let's get this app going. And I'm just going to kind of play it like I was doing a turn. So here we go. And of course, Puxatani Phil is coming out to say hi. So let's just say, boom. So a player plays down 2 cards. Another player plays a card. Another card. Oh, okay. Okay. And so let's say that they played all the cards. They got done with the time. Reset it. And of course, that polka is awesome. However, you know that Frank Yankovic's Pennsylvania polka is so much better. But gosh, this is really good. I enjoy this. My wife will tell you that I listened to this the night before we played, maybe more than once. I'll just leave it at that. And yes, it's only a minute long. So, yeah. So everything's done. Everything looks good. Now let's talk about what happens after you've played the cards. So you've played the cards. Now you're going to go ahead and total up the number of hearts. Hearts are basically kind of like a scoring mechanism. And as you play, you're going to go ahead and total them up. So we see this is selfish, 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 nice, wild, learning. Okay, looks good. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 of these wonderful points. So we're going to go ahead, kind of like a clock, we're going to put a 0, 6. There we go, 0, 6. Okay, done. Now, Puxatani Phil will go on to the next round, and instead of 24 cards now, 22 are going to be dealt out. However, look at this. We have unlocked an 8. So now, an 8 is going to be added to this deck. All right? So, here's the thing. Like I said, there's only 12 of each card. 1 through 12. Your goal is to get 7 perfect cards by the end of the game. But let's say the next round comes around. Let's see what happens. I love this music so much. All right. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to pull out a bunch of cards. I'm going to kind of play them like if I was actually playing the game. So, all right. A 3 and a 4. Here we go. So that comes out a 4. Somebody puts out a 5. Somebody puts out a 6. A 7. Ooh, this is looking pretty crazy. I don't know what's going to happen here. An 11 and a 12. All right. So time's up. Now we're going to go ahead and count the hearts again. All right. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hearts. Okay. So it's getting a little crazy here. Now, notice 10, of course, is larger than 6. If I had not gotten the number lower, if I had not gotten the number higher than the 6, we would have lost. So those hearts matter. You have to have more hearts, because it's just like the movie. As Phil Connors starts to develop and grow and learn, the hearts become more and more and more until you have complete perfection. And that's kind of how the game goes. So you're playing the cards, you're playing with each other, you're having that fun, but the cards being dealt out are being less and less and less, and at some point you're going to have to put out 7 perfect. And you only start out with 6, so you're going to have to learn along the way and attempt to get all these red perfect cards to play. But that's the game. What I also like about this too is that once you have the cards kind of ready and you feel like you're ready to play, you put your finger on the little clock. Yeah, that's it. Just something simple. It's cute. And then the polka timer again. because it's so freaking good. Yeah, I know. You're probably wondering what the crap, Chris. But something special that we're doing, if you are watching this today on Wednesday, Groundhog Day, we're actually giving away a copy of Groundhog Day. That's right. All you have to do is put a comment into our video for our Punchable Monday that we did this week, and you will be entering. All you have to do is say what your favorite Bill Murray film is. Mine is actually Scrooged. Groundhog Day is my second favorite. It was my father-in-law's favorite film. He actually went to the real location where it was filmed, and there's a picture of him sitting on the bench. So it's kind of cool. But yeah, tell us about it. And then if you watch us on Thursday night's live stream, that's February 3rd, 2022, we're going to be announcing who won. So be ready. And it will be U.S. entries only. We want to say a special thank you to Funko Games for sponsoring the giveaway as well. Hope you have an amazing Wednesday, and happy Groundhog's Day. Bye.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Monster Truck Weekend.
Actually, it's not really Monster Truck Weekend. It's actually Bigfoot Roll and Smash, coming from XYZ Game Labs, Summer 2022. It's even more fun than playing with my kids' toys.
Hey, thanks for watching our video.
If you like what you saw here, go ahead and hit that little like, subscribe, the little bell thingamabobber, you know the thing, and watch some of our videos. Maybe one that's maybe up here, or maybe down there, or over there, or down there. I don't know where they are, but thank you all. Remember, when we can gather at the table, we can do the same for a good cause. Bye.
Bye.